Still recording? Okay, hey guys, and welcome to another Death Battle reaction. Today I'm going to be reacting to Ghost Rider from Marvel versus Spawn from Image Comics, the Spawn series. So, yeah, I kind of think this is cool matchup because Ghost Rider, I feel like, I know Ghost Rider was in another Death Battle, which was Ghost Rider versus Lobo, which was like back in season 6, and then Spawn appeared in season 1 where he fought against Kratos. I kind of think it's funny because we just had Kratos fight in the last episode, the previous episode. So in terms of who I think is gonna win, okay, so I'm gonna just break it down. So I feel like Ghost Rider should be stronger because I think that Marvel's cosmology should be more infinite than like the cosmology in the Spawn universe. I feel like they should be equal in speed because both of them should be at like either infinite or immeasurable. I feel Ghost Rider should be more I think he should be more durable because of like what I just said about strength, and then Spawn should be more skilled. They might be equal in experience. General IQ, maybe Spawn. I mean, both have like equal stuff that can like deal with like souls and like repentance or something like that. The penance there, and like one of the stuff with necroplasm. Similar hacks, I guess. And then Spawn might have better weapons. I don't know. The AP might go to Ghost Rider because of the strength and durability. I mean, they can both fight god tier characters, and they both have good ranged attacks with Hellfire and Necroplasm. I don't know, like, I'm kind of leaning Ghost Rider, but I'm not going to be surprised if Spawn wins. Or I would want to know why Spawn wins. But let's just see the episode. Yeah, the Akira slide. Fight.
Ghost Rider versus Spawn. The Spirit of Vengeance versus the Dark Angel of Armageddon.
Yep.
He's Wiz and I'm
Hellspawn versus
and
the
it's our
Spirit
job
of
to
Vengeance.
analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find
And
out who would win
sprites.
a death battle.
I think this is the same sprites from Ghost Rider versus Lobo.
Johnny Blaze has always been a man possessed.
Yep.
Chasing the thrill of certain doom by performing death-defying stunts.
I'm glad we're
Following
getting
the
a run back
example of
for
his
Ghost
adoptive
Rider.
father, Crash Simpson. Until the day Crash lived up to his name and got
He literally
cancer,
crashed.
heartbroken, and without enough Wampa fruit to save him, Johnny turned to
Crash
the only
Bandicoot.
thing that
I love
could.
Crash
Chemotherapy. Oh! To cure Crash's cancer, Johnny sold his soul to Mephisto,
Oh yeah, this is the live action.
king of the eighth
I
layer
wasn't
of
a big
hell.
fan of that
Only for
movie.
Crash to actually live up to his name right after. But
Yeah,
instead
he
of
lived-
scooping up Johnny's
Yeah,
soul,
that's what happened.
Mephisto
He
had
crashed.
something else in mind. He bound Johnny to an instrument of divine wrath, Zarathos,
Yep,
the
Zarathos, Spirit of Vengeance. Yep.
So Johnny Blaze lived up to his name and burst
The
into
CGI is
hellfire.
god-awful in that
An undead
movie.
skeleton biker
Yeah,
with a
this one's better.
sick-ass
This
hug.
animation's
The
better.
fifth scariest Nick Cage performance, the stuntman from hell. He called himself the Daredevil. Sorry, Johnny, that name's taken.
Yeah, that's taken.
Okay, then how about
Matthew Murdock
the
would not be happy about that.
Ghost Rider.
Which makes more
we
sense.
definitely
Ghost
didn't
Rider.
forget that we named the character the same thing only 5 years earlier.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
the Ghost Rider was bad
Jonathan
news
Johnny
for
Blaze,
Earth's sinners and scumbags.
Zarathos,
He's
Spirit
strong
of
enough to
Vengeance.
pull down skyscrapers, blow up mountains,
Ghost-
and cause earthquakes that can be felt across whole countries. Don't
That's
even
very
think about
impressive
fighting
so
back.
far, but
he
that's
can remake his whole
scratching
body
bare
from the
bones of
hellfire
it.
that engulfs him, making him immune to all
Ghost
physical
Rider's body is
damage.
meant to
Only
evolve nature,
holy
not to
weapons
check.
that target his
Bodily
soul can
limitations
harm
such
him.
as fatigue.
It's not just his body.
Okay.
His whole arsenal
Mystical
is
nature.
hellfire. Ghosty can create anything he can
Yep.
think of, from an
Damnation
infinite stream of
Spear,
chains,
demonic
a
magic,
shotgun
hell
packed
cycle,
with fiery rounds,
hellfire,
or a
mystic chain,
flaming
fence
missile
spear,
barbed
regen,
right out of his mouth.
sinful manipulation.
Life goals. And he can imbue other objects with hellfire, such as his
Hell Cycle, which is literally
this
a fire
badass bike can
motorcycle.
outpace
Hell.
Thor's hammer Mjolnir, which
Yeah.
can cross the universe
Yeah,
in seconds.
it's
Hellfire
like
is a
1
weapon
second.
in
Yeah,
and
like
of
we all
itself,
know how
whether
fast
shot out
Mjolnir
of his
is, 'cause
hands, raining
Thor
down from the
versus
sky,
Vegeta,
or
yeah.
released from his his boner, Wiz.
Oh my god.
Get it?
Apparently he never skips boner day.
And it doesn't just scorch flesh. Hellfire is so deadly, it can burn away your very soul.
Yeah, it can
This
burn away your
technique would
soul.
be mastered by Johnny's successor, his own brother, Danny Ketch.
Ketch.
Oh yeah, Johnny's not the only Ghost Rider.
No,
and
he
Danny
is not.
was the
There's
first
him
to
on
master
the
their
list.
most famous move. You know, the
Penance
one that
stare.
burns your soul to smithereens with just a look. The
Yeah.
penance stare.
The penance stare inflicts upon its victims every ounce of pain they ever wreaked upon others. Every cruelty, no matter how small
And that
or righteous,
worked well
is
on mobile,
reflected
but I'm not
back.
sure if it's
A
gonna work well on
biblical
Spawn.
punishment.
Obliterating your soul.
Danny at the
It
time
even
had
works
to
on
build
other
numerous
Ghost
spirits
Riders,
against
like
Gold
when
Guard,
Johnny and
Johnny
Danny
Lear,
got into
Johnny
a steering
Spook,
contest
the
and
steering
Danny
contest.
actually depowered Johnny.
Eyes are windows to the soul, so the Ghost Rider must be able to match his victim's gaze for the penance stare to work. Some
guess
people
that's
have
the way to
survived
say
it,
it.
like the Punisher supposedly because he didn't regret his actions.
Oh
but
yeah,
it
that's
did
why
work
I
on
heard
him on other
Punisher
occasions.
Well, Johnny
resisting
can
the
adjust how
penance
deadly
stare.
it is, and it doesn't necessarily have to kill you. He can use the stare to read minds, force you to confess info, or just show you the error of your ways.
Oh, that's gonna
Remember,
come in
the
handy.
Ghost Rider
It'll
is two
force him to,
souls
like,
in one
give
body,
information
with
and
the
then
kinder
support
Johnny
that.
battling the demon Zarathos in a war of control.
Ah, classic Faustian bargain. All the power in the world, but if you want it, it uses you. Because
Yep.
if Johnny gives in, the demon's full might will take over, and then everything is screwed.
Zarathos' strength
yeah,
is
Zarathos can take over
boundless.
a
He
thing.
can
They
open up
mentioned that
portals
in
between
Ghost Rider
dimensions,
Lobo.
control the elements, penance stare an entire city, and fly all the way to Asgard, which is a literal infinite distance away.
He's manhandled some of Marvel's heaviest hitters,
Yeah,
like
Zarathos.
Thor, World War Hulk, and Doctor Strange.
Yep.
Hell, Strange said
Source
Zarathos is
of
a
Ghost
threat
Rider
to
power,
all
demonic
realms,
ideology, nature
mortal and
manipulation.
immortal.
Hyperbole?
And
Think
possibly
again.
an angel.
The Archangel Zadkiel said that the power of the Ghost Rider could threaten all of existence, and even bring down heaven itself.
Right before an army of Ghost Riders did just that. Yeah, an army. The spirits of vengeance are legion.
He
As
can
far
literally
back
make
as the Great Flood, humans have been
clones,
bonded
maybe.
to the vestiges of God's power to act as his
know if
divine
that's what they
wrath
meant.
on Earth. A sort of heavenly black ops.
Okay, wait, does that make Zarathos an angel now? Or
Yeah,
is
what
he
does that,
still
what does
a
that make
demon?
him?
Both?
Hell or-
Neither? Despite being one of the greatest entities in existence, it's unclear. What we do know is that
makes sense.
ages
They
ago,
don't know.
Zarathos feasted
So they
on
can't really
souls
make
and
it
battled Mephisto
actual
for
judgment.
rulership of his realm. Mephisto, ever the trickster, claimed victory and gained control of Zarathos forevermore. Hence how he could bond him to Johnny.
But Zarathos got his revenge against that big red
Yes, he
bitch
did.
with another
He-
Ghost Rider,
he destroyed
Alejandra
the-
Jones.
the-
Bet you wish you had
Mephisto.
one more day to fix that hole in your chest, huh?
Comic
Yeah.
book fan punching bag though he may be, Mephisto is unbelievably powerful.
Oh, hell yeah,
A
he
battle
is
with
very
him
powerful.
could cause omniversal Armageddon. Fitting as his fight with Galactus
Yeah, he
rents
took
the
on
cosmos
Galactus, and we all know how
asunder.
powerful
And
Galactus is.
Galactus' fights can destroy
Devourer of
all of
worlds is what
Marvel's
they call him.
infinite multiverse. That's the kind of awesome power at Zarathos' disposal.
Yep.
Total cosmic annihilation.
cosmic
So it was
annihilation
no
is what they
surprise
say.
when Johnny went down to the underworld and took Hell's throne for himself,
Mm-hmm.
usurping the devil that ruined his life and finally grabbing destiny by the handlebars.
Scoring
Good
the
on you,
total
Johnny.
power of hell itself, plus a sick-ass upgrade.
As King
The
of Hell, Johnny
Damnation
broke through a
Stare,
million different
which skips
academies
the whole
placed by
every
Dr. Strange
pain
and
you've ever
Wong,
inflicted
and
thing
harmed
and just
Lilith
sends you
of all
straight
who
to
planned
hell.
to merge all
No
of the
shot.
netherworld.
As they
Damn.
say, though, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Johnny began an obsessive
Outsped
crusade to
Mjolnir,
capture all of
survived
Hell's
battling World
escaped
War Hulk,
demons. But by
on a whole
using his new
city,
power to
damn.
damn them to hell, he
Fought
began
the Avengers to a
absorbing their
standstill,
evil,
took a missile that would've
feeding
destroyed
off
the
of it,
same
and it
Michael.
corrupted him. Once again,
Dr. Strange,
Johnny Blaze
Mephisto,
was a
Nolan,
man
in darkness, and
possessed.
In
Zadkiel.
truth, Johnny was just as trapped by Hell's power as he'd always been, and he needed Danny's help to pull him out of the darkness.
Though he gave up Hell's throne, the Ghost Rider continues his war against demons without
I wasn't
end
really the
with
big
end,
fan of
mentoring
Marvel's
his
Captain
fellow
America,
Ghost
by the way.
Riders in the ways of vengeance, always prowling the highways for the evil and the profane.
An
Yeah.
unstoppable engine of judgment that, with just a glance, could make Galactus himself shit his pants.
Yeah,
Maybe
I watched
one
that
day
clip of
he'll find
him
salvation
using it
in
on
the eyes
Galactus
of
and
one of
like
his
that
victims.
Fantastic
Because
Four.
they sure as hell won't find any in his. This battle is sponsored by Robin Hood
Okay,
Gold.
we're skipping
With
this.
Robin Hood.
With
Let's see what
IRA
Spawn
Smash
has.
4.
Make sure you watch the
Financial
original
LLC,
video
member
first and then
SIPC,
come watch my
Gold
reaction.
membership with Army, and the CIA Robin Hood Gold LLC.
We haven't seen Spawn since season
If
1.
Al
So.
Simmons was one thing, he was a killer.
A lieutenant
Yeah, I
colonel in
wasn't
the
really a
U.S.
big fan of
Army
the
and the CIA's most decorated assassin, Simmons upheld
live-action
democracy
Spawn
around the
movie,
globe
even though I
at the
like Marvel
barrel of a
Boy.
gun, painting the third world in red, white, and blue, but mostly red.
Yeah,
Until
mostly
his
it's
final
blood,
fateful
you can
mission
say.
when, per his boss's orders, Al was fired.
The
Al
burning
was
was only
literally
getting
fired.
started because Al's immortal
Good play on
soul was
words,
on a
boomstick.
one-way trip to hell.
Where he cut a deal with Malvosia, the big, naked lord of the 8th Circle of Hell.
Naked Lord.
By their pact, Simmons would be reborn a Hellspawn, a
Yep.
superpowered commander of Hell's armies, in exchange for seeing his wife one more time.
Oh, buddy, you're just asking to get monkey's bud.
Al Simmons returned from the dead as a decaying zombie.
Yeah,
5 years
literally
later,
the same zombie.
after his wife had already remarried
Yeah.
and had a daughter.
Damn.
There,
Damn,
you
son.
saw her. Now get back to work, bitch.
Thus was born the undead warrior from hell itself, Spawn.
Spawn.
He's so 90s that he comes
Albert
all the way
Francis
back
Simmons,
around to being the
Lieutenant,
coolest thing
Hellspawn,
ever.
Al the
Look
Sadman,
upon his edge
former
wizard
CIA assassin,
and despair.
former King of
Spawn
Hell,
would violently defend New York's downtrodden, while slowly
longest
uncovering
running
the full
independent
breadth of
comic
his
book
demonic
character.
powers.
Yeah, that's a
He's
good
like a walking
achievement right there.
superpower encyclopedia. He can fly, teleport, turn invisible and intangible, move things with his mind, make
Okay.
force fields, control the elements and the weather,
That's
and even
impressive.
stop time. Speaking
stop
of time,
time.
he can fly so fast, he literally breaks into other dimensions and smashes time as a concept.
Oh,
He
wow.
can manipulate matter, shape-shifting his own body or transmuting other objects and people. He can even
He has a lot
control
of
and absorb
impressive
your
stuff.
soul.
Wait, Wiz, if he can rearrange molecules and crap, why doesn't he just fix his uggo face?
Yeah,
Well,
why doesn't he
tried
fix it?
to do
Yeah,
that,
why does he still
but
look like
Malvosia
a
cursed
corpse?
him so that he could only make himself. Yeah.
Oh.
It's petty trolling like that.
Yeah,
that
he's supposed to
gets
be
you
black,
thrown in
right?
hell.
To be fair, Spawn can achieve a similar result with illusions and mental manipulation. He can read and control minds, implant and replace
can read and
memories,
control minds.
or simply drive you mad.
Spawn can do all of this
Body
crazy shit
manipulation,
because he
elemental
runs on
manipulation,
necroplasm,
energy,
basically
light, mental
hell
manipulation,
juice.
You're not
necromancy,
wrong. Necroplasm is
necroplasm,
the
sin and
energy
soul
that makes up
manipulation,
hell itself.
teleportation, time
Al's undead
manipulation,
body
weather
is composed
manipulation.
of 400 pounds of it.
He can wield it like an energy blaster empowered by the sins of others. Spawn can absorb
Transmutation
your
and
evil and
tangibility.
feed off
That's
of
a
it.
lot of
By
hack.
simply walking on Earth, Spawn feels all of humanity's pain all at once.
He's even absorbed the sins of 8 million New Yorkers instantly, cleansing them
8
of
million
their
New
evil.
Yorkers,
Like
wow.
Jesus?
Or he can do the reverse and make you experience the full weight of your own sins, feeling every bit of pain you've ever inflicted on others over your whole
Kind of similar
life.
to the penance
Like
there.
some sort of penance.
Though Spawn's
Coincidence, am I
necroplasm
right?
comes with a catch.
Yeah, he's got unlimited amount of the stuff, and it drains
Unlimited.
every time he uses his powers. If he runs out, he's dragged back to hell.
Even
Yeah,
depowered,
he's-
Spawn can rely on his elite military training and hand
Yeah, he's
combat.
literally
He's
a
even
skilled
fought Batman
CIA.
to a standstill.
And as befits his
or
past
assassin.
profession, he loves his big-ass 90s guns.
Yeah,
Though
big
his
ass
greatest
guns.
weapon is the sentient being he's genetically and spiritually bonded
you,
to,
Doom?
his cloak. Letha of the 7th House of K.
You ever wonder why his cape's red? Nope, well, now you are, and it's red because it's made from the apple Eve ate in the Garden of Eden.
Really?
It's literally
It's
made
really
of
made out of
original
that?
sin. Oh, and also the souls of a million sinners, including every one of
Souls
Hell's
of a million
victims.
sinners,
Also a
oh,
touch of
dear Lord.
vampire for good measure.
K7
That's a lot
Letha
of
is
souls.
constantly evolving. He
this
can
is
act
gonna be
independently to
like-
defend
kinda
Spawn
like
with
a
an
Cumber
infinite
Shell
stream
kind
of
of something.
chains, transform into
Agni,
weapons, or
Axe,
drain
Ranger,
people of their power.
God Fruit.
It is the most potent weapon Hell has ever
That's a lot of
created.
guns.
It even helps
Sword of
Spawn beat
Spirit.
the primordial dark
And those
god
are those holy
Urizen,
weapons or
who can
something.
destroy and eat your soul with just a glare.
Except the souls bonded to Spawn acted as a buffer, allowing him to survive.
Wow.
You'd think with an arsenal
Well, that's
like
one
that,
way to
he'd
do
be
it.
unstoppable. But Hellspawns have a weakness to holy weapons and can be killed permanently if decapitated by one.
Though Spawn has managed to survive this in the past. No, Spawn's greatest weakness is his own. How do I
It's
put
his
this?
own what?
Stupidity.
So Spawn fought this
True.
angel lady, Angela. Great name for an angel. She had this
It's pretty,
dimensional lance that
fitting,
could wipe
am I right?
Hellspawn out of existence, and Spawn got it. But instead of, being cautious around a mysterious angel weapon that hurts him, he just had to push the big shiny button and activate it on himself.
Wow.
And so, Spawn was forever destroyed. until he reconfigured reality to undo his own inexistence.
Oh, he
There
can
we
do
are,
that,
good
yeah.
as new.
Instead of the
That
spirit
has to be the
erasing
first
Spawn,
time
Spawn
we've
and
seen
it
someone
intrinsically
accidentally
reflected the
kill
power back at the
themselves
spirit itself,
and
erasing it in its
survive.
power.
On his
wheeler
quest
from
as
the
Hell's
reality.
greatest warrior, Spawn has defeated a serial killer ice cream man, a demonic clown, and even his old boss remade by Heaven into an anti-Spawn. He's even encountered other Hellspawn.
Killing bad guys might seem counterintuitive if you work for a Hell
Yeah.
Lord, but it actually just adds more souls to Malvosia's army. An army Spawn would
That's
have
a lot
to lead
of-
in a
that's a
war
lot
with
of
Heaven
people on
that'd
that
kill
army.
all of humanity.
Because the reason Malvolgia chose Al to be his commander wasn't that he was some great warrior.
Why did he choose
It was
him, though?
because Al had proven that he was the best at taking orders.
All his life and all
He was
his
an
death,
assassin.
Al
Well,
was
he got
nothing more
coming
than a
into play.
hired gun.
But he knew it, and he would do so no more.
So Spawn marched down to Hell and ripped Malvosia's head off with a
Ooh.
scream so loud it echoed through all of reality. Spawn
You can scream
became
that
the
loud.
king of the 8th circle of Hell.
As King,
Hell King
Spawn is
Spawn.
literally a part of Hell itself,
Oh, they're really
gaining
giving
access
him
to an
a Hell
unlimited pool
King
of
and
energy
Divine
that
Spawn. I
increases
thought they were not gonna
100-fold
give
with
it to him.
every heartbeat. He's effectively omnipotent in there and strong enough to challenge
Transform,
other Hell
omnipotent
Lords like
Hell.
Mammon and
Angel,
Satan.
angelic
He
wings.
got so strong,
I
the
couldn't
only thing
read all
left
of that
was to
out.
finally resolve the war between Heaven and Hell.
But Spawn needed help from the being who created this God and Satan to begin with, the mother of existence, Gaia.
She wasn't cool with her kids being total assholes, so she appointed Spawn to be the universe's savior.
By eating the fruit from the tree of life, Spawn became truly divine, capable of battling God and Satan in a stalemate for eternity that extinguished all life on Earth.
And each of them are powerful enough to create
10
and
hells and
control
10 heavens,
infinitely
consist of
sized
infinite layers. Each
universes.
circle of hell is
Spawn
infinite in size,
broke
with
the
each
stalemate by letting
created
God and
by an
Satan
infinite
destroy him,
distance, like
only
light
for Gaia
years.
to
Every
separate the
layer of
two
heaven
from the
is
reality
infinite
they
existence
threatened.
within
Then,
time
just
and
like that
space.
time with the Lance, Spawn
That is pretty-
respawned and recreated the Earth.
compares to Ghost
Whew,
Rider's,
good as new.
Finally
the Marvel
freed of the
chronology.
weight of heaven and hell, Al asked to be reborn as a human. But he knew in his heart he deserved to carry on his undead penance in perpetuity.
He's a creature of the 90s, Wiz.
Yeah,
he
he is
won't
a
be
creature of the
happy unless
90s.
he can angstily brood over the injustice of his own existence.
Though if you threaten the alley he calls home, beware.
I really hope they
Spawn will
remake
turn
this
whatever's
one
left of
because
your
that one was
life
not really
into a
that good.
living hell.
Okay, this is gonna be a tough one because they both have like really similar things. I didn't know they were gonna bring out a Hell King or a Divine Spawn, but I know they're gonna bring up Zarathos. They both have like really like impressive like hack stuff because of like sin, soul manipulation. Maybe the time manipulation might help, but I don't know if that's gonna help because like I know like Ghost Rider was able to outspeed Mjolnir, and we all know how fast Mjolnir is. Maybe he can outspeed that. I don't know. It's hard to make an argument for even like one of them. I feel like Al should be like more experienced because like, or more skilled because he's like shit. What was he? An assassin of the CIA. That's hard. I'll just say Ghost Rider, I guess, but I feel like the stuff they said maybe hacks wise might go to Spawn, but I feel like cosmology wise might go to Ghost Rider. But like, I feel like the thing that they could both read minds. They can both bring like penance to enemies and like make them like feel the amount of weight of their sins. But I mean, Ghost Rider still. I mean, he can't really like. He's mostly affected by holy weapons, and they did say he has a lot of weapons. Ghost Rider doesn't. I feel like he has the chains and like. Screw it. I'll just say Ghost Rider, but just I'm not gonna be surprised I'm not gonna be too surprised if Al ends up winning and I missed stuff. I probably did.
p.m. Eastern Time. All right, the combatants are
I probably
set,
just
and
want
we've
to see
run the
this
data through all
animation already,
possibilities.
so
It's time for one hell of a death
one hell of a death battle.
battle!
Nice play on words, Boomstick. So this is in New York. There's
Nights
Spawn.
like these drive men insane. Brimstone in the air. Something's coming.
Something's coming.
Piece of me. There'll be hell to pay.
That sounds like a pretty good Keith David impression. And then there's the Akira
squirmed from
bike slide with the Hellspawn.
Make me.
Let's start this fight. Machine gun. Okay, yeah, that's not working. Ghost Rider's Hellspawn. Oh, chain.
If you care, it's nothing personal. Vengeance calls.
Yes, chain. Oh yeah. Oh, he has one machine gun. Shotgun. Hellfire versus Necroplasm. Both can affect souls and sin. And there's that axe.
Sloppy.
Divine axe, I think.
You've earned your
There's the chain. Oh, he's gonna try to use the hell penance stare. Oh. Battle over. I'm just kidding. Oh, he came back. He is fine. For now. Are they gonna keep driving hell? There goes that truck. Oh, he stopped time. That's oh no, but it's fine. Oh, we're already bringing out Zerathos already. I think that's a little too early, Johnny. Zerathos. Ghost Rider, whatever. Ooh, chain. Ooh, more Hellfire. Ooh. That didn't work. I think that's either Divine Spawn, right?
The holy cannot disguise your wickedness. God forbid.
Let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh dear Lord. Is that it's heaven or hell? Ooh. This is hard to see who wins. Wait. Oh, chains. More chains. He's ensnared. Oh, his arms are gone.
Simmons, your sins are innumerable.
Oh, is he gonna try to do it again?
Here to wreak vengeance
Upon your soul. Let's see. Oh.
I eat sin for
Is he gonna try to do it to him?
Have a taste of your own goddamn medicine.
Oh, wait. Is it working? Is it working?
He lies. He's the Prince of Lies.
Wait.
I'm an innocent.
Wait, I don't even know what's happening. Wait, is it working on him? Is it working on Zerathos? Johnny? Oh, you actually beat him.
It's like you said, nothing personal, asshole.
Oh, wow. Okay, maybe I should have saw it coming.
Damn!
Literally, this was a nail biter of a battle that
Yeah,
pitted
it was a
Ghost
pretty
Rider's
really
immeasurable
big nail
power
biter.
against Spawn's skill and versatility. Let's break this down into 4 categories.
Let's do power.
First up,
Power.
power. Divine Spawn could match God and Satan, who could
Yeah,
create universes.
Yeah.
Similar in scale to Ghost Rider's bouts with a lot of the powerhouses
Yeah,
in
Ghost
Marvel.
Rider skills, so a lot of people in
Zerathos
Marvel.
was different. Remember, his power can match that of Mephisto and Galactus,
Yes.
who can threaten all of Marvel's infinite cosmic reality,
Right,
far
that's,
greater
like,
than any
powerful.
cosmos Spawn has ever affected.
Yes,
Even though Spawn's battled
obviously.
and defeated Satan in more recent comics, implying he's retained a level of power similar to his divine form,
Right.
he couldn't match Zerathos.
Yeah, he
in
can match
power
Zerathos,
alone.
which is
Ghost
like,
Rider may
like-
take power.
Yeah,
but
Ghost Rider
remember,
takes power.
Johnny actively resists Zerathos' influence, so Spawn may have had time in the fight to learn and adapt to Ghost Rider before he went full Blue Fury.
And
Okay.
Spawn definitely had the edge. in
Yeah, he had
skill.
the edge in
He
skill.
spent decades
Yeah,
in
he's
military
literally
combat
a
and is a
master-
master martial
yeah,
artist.
yeah,
Whereas
assassin,
Johnny
so
more
that's
so
pretty-
relies on his invincibility.
That
The
goes to
ultimate
Al.
dream power for a stuntman. Even
And
with his
versatility.
crazy powers, Ghost Rider was a lot more direct than Spawn, pretty
Right.
much entirely focused on attacking the soul.
which doesn't bode well for his versatility.
Okay,
Spawn
break-
can stop time, manipulate
Yeah,
matter,
the-
turn
the
intangible,
Spawn does- I
control
saw
minds,
Spawn
warp
had more
reality.
hacks, but I
The Ghost
didn't
Rider had
know
a
if
much
they were
more
gonna be
limited
effective
arsenal by
on Ghost Rider.
comparison. Spawn had a huge advantage in this category.
Okay, I'm not
Though
impressed
with
by
his invincibility, way greater power, and the ability to scorch your soul to nothing, Ghost Rider could score the win through brute force, right?
Not exactly. The last piece of the puzzle is their resistances. Basically, who was harder to kill.
Resistances, break
Spawn's constant mainlining of humanity's collective sin and pain meant he could survive attacks on his soul, including the penance stare. Just like he resisted a very similar attack from Urizen.
Best of all, remember the time he rewrote reality to undo his own inexistence?
There was nothing the Ghost Rider could do to overpower that.
Oh,
and that
so
time
he
with the
can
lance wasn't
overpower
planned,
that.
it was purely instinctual. He could replicate
Spawn
it
was able
any
to
time he
overpower
wanted,
the-
like in
Ghost
his
Rider
fight
can-
with God and Satan.
So how
Overpower
do you
the
put Spawn
thing?
down for good? Well, you can't. At least Johnny and Zarathos could.
Unlike how Ghost Rider's soul has been vulnerable to attack before, like when Danny used the penance stare to depower Johnny.
This sort of thing actually happens a lot, even in recent comics. The whole reason Johnny and Zarathos are bonded in the first place is because Zarathos' soul was manipulated by Mephisto.
And not only does Spawn have plenty of experience manipulating
stealing
souls,
Ghost Rider's
he
soul
can
would be too
replicate the
difficult, but only
effect
through
of the
trickery and Ghost
penance
Rider
stare
Joe
itself.
6.
And
Yeah, I
just
can
think
read all
about
of
that.
shit. I
A
can
penance
read
stare
all that
on
one.
Zarathos would mean he's feeling the pain from every penance stare that he's ever done. A penance squared.
The damnation
Penance
stare, on the
squared.
other hand,
I
actively
guess that's
helped
one way to say
Spawn,
it.
sending him to hell where he gets a literal infinite power boost.
And it wasn't
Oh, I wasn't
just
thinking
Spawn's
it was
soul
gonna be,
powers
like,
that had
infinite
spelled
enough to
trouble.
match
He had other ways to
Zarathos.
bypass Ghost Rider's immortality too, like
Rogan's
transmutation,
wrong,
rewriting
Zarathos allowed him
reality,
to
or just
briefly
straight
control
up
her,
stealing his powers,
but
which
later
has
controlled
worked on
soul,
multiple Ghost
body and
Riders in
mind
the
of the
past.
host.
Giving Spawn the final edge. Zarathos was almost unbeatable, a
Far
massive
stronger,
power
matching
advantage,
speed, yeah.
soul destruction,
Capable of
immortality,
killing Spawn,
but
less
Spawn could
versatile,
counter
vulnerable to
everything
separated
thrown
from
at him,
Zarathos,
and
more
was
versatile
too
than
unkillable
Zarathos
for
than anything Rider
Zarathos'
does.
strength
Multiple ways
advantage
to
to
bypass
matter in the
Rider's
long run
immortality,
against his
far
crazier
matching speed and far
abilities.
weaker.
That was one hell of a
So
fight,
even
and at
if
least
Ghost
Johnny
Rider
went out
was
in
more
a
powerful,
blaze
like
of
his
glory.
hacks
The
and
winner
all
is
skill
Spawn.
Resistances
Next
were
time
gone.
on Death
Next
Battle.
time. What is it? Oh, Shigaraki versus Mahito. My Hero versus Jujutsu Kaisen.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so okay, I wasn't surprised on how Spawn was gonna win because I knew Ghost Rider was gonna be more powerful because Marvel's cosmology is bigger, but they did say Spawn had better hacks. I was thinking Spawn had better hacks because they showed more stuff from him. But yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be enough. But I'm not mad. Okay, next time is Shigaraki and Mahito, the main bad guy of My Hero Academia versus one of the main antagonists of Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, right now, this is like the fourth My Hero Academia character we've ever had since we had All Might, Todoroki, and Midoriya. I feel like All Might was the only good My Hero Academia. Well, All Might versus Micah was the only good My Hero Academia episode in Death Battle. Todoroki was kind of out of character in Zuko versus Todoroki, and then Deku's episode with Asta was mostly bad because Asta's was mischaracterized in the animation, and his analysis just had the host just shit on him hard. And then Mahito's the second Jujutsu Kaisen character to even be here because, like, Gojo fought against Makima in season 10. The next one's tough, but I'm thinking Shigaraki might take it, even though I feel like Mahito might be a more skilled and smarter guy. I'm kind of leaning towards Shiggy. Tomoe Shigaraki. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see y'all in the next episode.